and welcome back to Desert DIY. If you are new here, my name is Corey. Today I have an awesome trash to treasure makeover video for you. We are going to work on 3 projects, turning all trash into treasure, and these were all items that were donated to me by viewers here locally in Houston. Some of them I have had for months just waiting to be used, and I'm so glad I finally found the right projects for them. And then one of them was from the woman that donated to me more recently, where she had a bunch of stuff in that storage facility. If you haven't seen that video, I'll have it linked in the description box down below. But I'm going to turn all of these into super useful items for my home, as well as beautiful things, and you're gonna really love this. So let's get going. The first thing we're going to work on is creating some curtains for in my laundry room. And I know you guys have been dying to see some makeover footage from our renovation, so I'm going to show you what our laundry room used to look like. So it used to actually be in a completely different space. This was our laundry room, mud room, extra pantry space. Like, it was just a cramped, tiny hallway that totally needed to be changed. So let me show you what we did. Here's how it's looking so far. So the wall is framed, and it's gonna have a sliding door here on the outside. I'm gonna do all the drywall. This door is gonna be closed in, I think. We don't know yet. Then I'm gonna have cabinets here, and my washer and dryer here, and maybe like a hanging pole across here. We still have to change, but to take this out and move those 2 lights centered in here. And then we're gonna put a butcher block countertop in the window and on top of the cabinets here. And then as you're looking to where the laundry room used to be, we widened the doorway here, and it's just gonna be open with no door. The drywall is all gonna be flush, just like a drywall corner here and a flush drywall corner right here. So there'll be no doorway, no framing, no nothing. It'll just be drywall. And then in here we'll have cabinets that go to about here. We have all the plugs and everything installed, and then they'll have a countertop, backsplash, and then we'll have upper cabinets that go from here all the way to the ceiling. And then on this part will be like an entryway hall tree area with hooks and a shelf and a bench and shoe storage. And then we'll have some beadboard on this wall here and a little piece of trim going across, and we'll have wall hooks all along that as well. And we're also going to be replacing this door with the door that has the full light, and then it has the blinds in between the glass. So here's our kitchen. We're walking towards the new laundry room. That's our new laundry room. There you go, it has walls now, officially. Officially. And then if you go this way, we have a huge opening here now. You can see how small it used to be. It used to go from here to here, and we added like 4 inches that side and maybe 6 inches on this side, so about 10 inches wider and a little bit taller than it was. But yeah, looks pretty sick. And then here's our pantry slash mud room now. Looks massive. This is the perspective from coming from in the back door. So this is the pantry. There's a mudroom spot right here. Pantry, half bath. And then if you walk in this way, that's how you see this here. Manny and I installed some Home Depot cabinets in the laundry room for above the washer and dryer. It was actually really simple to do that. And then I painted the entire room in this provincial blue color. I think it was actually called provincial blue. I'll have to figure that out and share it with you. If you want to know the color, leave a comment and I'll try and find it for you. And then in the pantry, we installed these cabinets here as well. These are just Home Depot cabinets, and then we put some butcher block countertops in both rooms. But let's get back to what we're going to do today, which is we are going to be installing some curtains in here. So here's what it looks like now. It's pretty much done, other than we have to do some wood filling and painting on the ceiling. But I want to put some curtains here and here. I just feel like these blank walls need something. Plus these windows let in a lot of heat. We have an old house. These are single pane aluminum windows, and they let a lot of heat and a lot of cold in. I've already installed some tension rods in here and some of these clip holders, whatever you want to call them. And here is the curtain that one of my viewers gave me. She gave me a whole bunch of stuff. She donated tons of stuff to us to DIY. But isn't this so beautiful? And it's 100% cotton. This thing is like really thick, and I think it's going to do a good job of helping make our windows a little more energy efficient. But thank you, Latricia, for all the things that you've donated to us. I hope you like what we do with the curtains today. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cut these 2 curtains down to fit 4 curtains on these windows. So I'm just folding it in half and cutting it, and then I'm going to fit it to size on the window. Problem is that these are way higher on this side, because if you look over here, this bar is higher than that bar. So maybe I could do some trim. I don't know. I also don't really like how you can see big piece right here and a little small trim here. So let's see what other options we have. I'm sorry about all the background noise, but I was actually doing laundry while doing this project, and of course I have 4 children that I homeschool, so there is always children noise in our home, which I love. So if that bothers you, I am sorry, but that's going to be there and I treasure it. But what I did was I turned the curtain 90 degrees to where it was longer lengthwise and shorter widthwise, and then cut it to size to fit in the window that way, and then it fit the full length of the window. And then I just used that piece that I cut off to kind of trace how to cut the other side so that they would be identical on both sides. Yes, I could sew all these edges to make them finished, but as I just said, I'm a mom with 4 kids and I homeschool and I work, so I don't really have time to do any of that sewing today. In the future, I might do that, or I might do a no-sew version of that by using some fabric glue to create some nice edges on it. But for now, this totally works. I did the same thing on the other window, but I had to cut off a little bit more since that curtain hangs a little bit lower on the rod. That rod is like a little bit lower. Ooh la la, it looks so nice in here. Thank you so much, Latricia, for making this possible for free for me by donating these curtains to our DIY channel. They look gorgeous in here now. And it really has me wondering if you watching at home have some fabric laying around, maybe an old sheet maybe some old curtains that you could repurpose into a beautiful window covering somewhere else in your home. I love doing free projects like this and doing trash to treasures like this. What is one person's trash is another person's treasure, and you can oftentimes find free things in your local community that you can reuse and repurpose for your own home without even having to spend a dollar. For the next project, we need to go out to the garage. These pieces of wood were given to me by a viewer, and I'm going to turn those into a shoe shelf for our entryway. So what we did was we took off the edges that were already on there. Well, Manny did that. And then we're going to cut it down into the right size pieces and build it into a little shoe shelf thing that is really super cute. I even got some scalloped edge trim to go on there, so you'll see how we built it. So Manny measured out all the different sides and the shelves and everything, and cut it all to the right sizes. You guys know that we are all about doing the reduce, reuse, recycle lifestyle. So I love that we got to reuse these pieces of plywood into something super functional, and I hope this inspires you to try out something of your own. There's always people giving away free scrap wood like this online on Facebook or in your neighborhood groups, things like that online. Or if you don't see anybody giving any away, you can always make a post into those local neighborhood groups saying, hey, does anybody have any scrap plywood laying around? Because I guarantee you there's somebody who's been trying to get rid of some stuff, or they didn't really think about getting rid of it yet until you said that you needed it. Excuse the sounds in the background. Manny's hanging me some curtains in the bedroom. But yeah, you can totally find all this stuff for free if you just ask around. I picked up this adorable real solid wood scalloped edging from Hobby Lobby for just a few dollars. I'm going to cut them to size and glue and nail those on. Okay, so there's a huge gap here, and I'm out of plywood, but I need a place to store all of my outdoor basketball, soccer ball, things like that, and when you set them on here, they roll around. So I was thinking maybe I can create something here that will prevent them from rolling. We were also pretty much out of wood at this point, or out of enough wood to create another shelf and whatever else idea I could come up with. So what we did was I asked Manny if he could cut down the remaining pieces of wood into 1x2 sized pieces of wood and then create a slatted shelf, and he did an excellent job doing exactly that. Now I'm going to create some wood filler to fill in all the nail holes and cracks that I need to fill in. I didn't have any, so I decided to make some out of what I had for free. So then I filled all the nail holes and cracks, and we left this to dry for a few days. After a good sanding, it is time to prime and paint this piece. I'm going to be painting it in the same color as my entire pantry room and the cabinets. I kind of color drenched that room other than the ceiling. So I painted the cabinets and the walls the same color, and I'm going to paint this that same color as well so that everything looks like it was built in together, because it was. And the color is called Smokestack by Behr. You're going to love this color. I barely had any of this paint left, so I'm going to make this little bit go a long way and only paint the areas that are going to be seen once it's installed. That way I can get this entire project done without spending any more money. About to head out to Ross or Home Goods and see if I can pick up some cute baskets that would be easy to clean.
Hey, little box inside a box.
Yeah, a bunch of boxes inside a box. I really like that.
Hey, Mama, I want
Does
this.
it say the price? $25. I got 3 sizes twice, so 6 total. And the smallest one is $16.99. The price goes up from there. So it's not super cheap, that's for sure. But I really think these are going to be nice and durable and really beautiful. I want to show you some other cute stuff that I saw while I was at Home Goods. You can always find really beautiful Monet cards, like just blank cards here, as well as Laura Ashley everything. I picked up these Laura Ashley gift boxes for Christmas, and I plan to reuse these for many years over and over again for gifts for Christmas. And then I also got something for our foster dog Scout. They have the cheapest dog toys here, so I just wanted to show you that. I got this tug for only $6. And then I also picked up this really beautiful ribbon, and I saw this other color here as well that I didn't pick up, but I just wanted to show you. They have some really pretty velvet ribbon here as well.
We're gonna run to the house, okay? We're just gonna run.
I'm soaked. It's pouring. Everything is soaked. No, don't touch the water. All my clothes are soaked. Oh my god. Gotta love Houston weather. But the next day I decided to put all these boxes in here. I actually picked up the 2 smallest size boxes as well, and each one of these boxes is going to have a very important purpose. So I'm gonna have 1 box for each child's shoes, since I have 4 children, and then myself and Manny are gonna have our own boxes as well. And I'm thinking that the 2 boxes on the top can hold other important things like summertime items and winter items like gloves and beanies and things like that, just so that I have a place to corral everything right by the back door, so we're not trailing things all through the house. So I took my kids' shoes that I used to store under my washer and dryer in those drawers that are under there, and I moved them over here so that everybody has their own box. I put our shoes over here as well, and now it's so functional. What do you think of this patterned box? I think it looks really pretty. I originally had wanted to put wallpaper in this room, but I never did because I felt like it just would have been a little bit too busy on the small amount of walls that I had left after doing the beadboard. So this is kind of my way of getting that wallpaper feel without having the actual wallpaper on the wall. So everything here is going to have a purpose. Each one's going to hold each one of my kids' shoes so they have their own place to put things away. And then these top ones can hold like seasonal things. I feel like I love having a place for everything and everything in its place, and this is such a great way to do it. It was not super cheap because these boxes are a little bit expensive, but it's a purchase that I'm going to have to do once and not again for a very, very long time. So let me know what you think of how this turned out in the comments down below. My son wanted to come and put the soccer ball and the basketball here himself, so I'll show you that in just a minute. He was trying to figure out how to keep them from rolling, so I had to show him that feature that Manny created where we can keep the ball stationary and not rolling on that slatted shelf.
Done. Here's what I had to do for the basketball.
There you go. Don't put it all the way back. You can put it in the middle.
And then I had to put this in the back 2 times, so then I keep going. And then rolling,
that's how it stays.
And then I had that squeezed in. And then I had to do this on the side.
But I made it to where it's supposed to go like that, so it doesn't roll. Look. Look. There you go. See? How's that? Next, I got the coolest package in the mail. One of my viewers asked to send me something. She didn't tell me what it was going to be, but she sent me the coolest thing ever, and I wanted to show it to you guys. I asked her if it was okay if I showed you this. She sent it to me just out of the kindness of her heart just to share this with me. She's actually somebody who won from some of our giveaways, and she's been watching my channel for a long time, and she made the coolest thing ever. So I'm going to have her information in the description box. If you want to email her to get one of these from her, they are awesome, and she said I can share that with you guys, so look for that there. But it's the neatest little journal ever. I say this all the time, but I absolutely mean it from the bottom of my heart. I have the best viewers here on YouTube to ever exist. Y'all are so creative, and thank God I have friends like you here on the internet. The internet can be a scary place, but not here. I try to do my best to make sure that this space is full of kindness and sharing creativity, and you guys, my viewers, have made that just exponentially even better. And something that makes this book just a little bit more special is that my Aunt Christy, who is now living in assisted living with Alzheimer's, used to make things like this. And she used to, we used to just bond over crafting, and she can't do those things anymore. And she had always wanted to make one of these, and so when I opened this package, it made me a little bit emotional. And it just goes to show you that crafting is not something so simple. It really comes from the heart. So cool. Look at that, Ellie. That was awesome. Thank you. But now it is time to move on to the next DIY that we're doing. And these are pictures that were also donated to me by Latricia, who donated that curtain. And I thought they were absolutely gorgeous just as they were. But the gray frame didn't really go with my decor in the house. I feel like things are kind of phasing out of gray right now and leading back towards beiges and browns. So what I'm going to actually do is tape off the picture in here and then paint the frames in a really pretty gold color, because I feel like that would actually look really nice and kind of transitional style in my home. I wanted to use my favorite gold spray paint for this, but I barely had any left in the can. Sometimes a little goes a really long way with this spray paint, so I thought, why not just try it out? And if I run out, that's fine. I have other spray paints in the garage. And guess what? I did run out. I couldn't even finish one side of these frames. So I used this other, it's like a champagne gold color spray paint, and painted both of them in this color instead. After getting those two frames up, I realized that this empty frame that I have around my switch was just not the right gold color anymore. So I painted that the same gold color to match. And while I'm painting this, I just want to remind you that today, October 30th, when this video goes live, we are also going to be having a live giveaway video for the members on our channel for the giveaway box for October, and that is at 5 p.m. So if you are a member of my channel, don't forget to set your reminders so that you can be there for the live video when I pick the winner of the 2 boxes for this month. And if you don't know how to become a member, I've had so many of you ask how to do that. All you have to do is click the join button, which should be near the subscribe button, but it does cost you $5 a month. So if that is something that you cannot do not worry about that at all. You don't have to become a member to watch my videos or anything like that. Everything will remain the same for you if you don't become a member. It's just something that I created so that I can do the free giveaways for my viewers. But what do you think of how these frames turned out? I think that gold really sets off the gray in there and warms it up, and I feel like it gives it the perfect transitional vibe, which transitional is between traditional and modern decor, and so it's a way to modernize it with still having that traditional look to it. Let me know what you think of these DIYs in the comments section down below. Do you think that I made the right choice with this color, or do you think there's something else I need to add to it? Should I do white wax, or should I do some antiquing wax or something like that, or does it look okay like this? I don't know. And if you're wondering where that clock's from, I got it from Hobby Lobby. I hope that you enjoyed today's 3 Trash to Treasure makeovers and that it inspired you to look at the things that you have laying around in a different light. I also wanted to remind you that today is the live giveaway for my members, so set your timers for 5 p.m. Central Time here in Texas and be there to win. I'll see you soon. And if you liked what you saw today, don't forget to hit subscribe down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Scouty! Scout! What are you doing? Oh, he's pooping. Nice. Good boy.